Hey everybody, welcome back to Boomerangs by Vic. I have a new product I wanted to share with everybody. This is a neck, back, leg, pretty much any part of your body that you want to massage. I've used this thing on. It's a really great brand. I've used this for about a month and a half, and I'm going to show you exactly everything that I know about it. Standard plug. Let me plug it in right now for you. And we're going to give you a close-up here of what the actual product is. Here are the functions. This is your on and off button. You can see as soon as I click it, it comes on. And this button here would be for the heat. And you can see right here that it's actually lit up. Let me shut the... no, I can't turn that light off actually. So as you can see right here, when you turn it on, you see a light in the background. That is to let you know that the heater is on. If you do not want the heat, then you push this bottom button and it shuts the heat off. The next button up is for the speed. I think this is low, as you can see. If I click it again. No, this is actually low. This is the lowest speed that there is. And then you click it. There's your highest speed. Click it again. Medium. One more time, and there's low. You can actually hear it gear down. The next button up is to reverse the direction that these are spinning in. Now, under normal operating conditions, when you say you just first turn it on, like I said, everything comes on when you first turn it on. The heat comes on, it puts it on the lowest setting for spinning, and about halfway through this cycle, I think it's like 2.5 to 3 minutes in, it will reverse directions all on its own. The only precaution I would tell people on this unit is you want to be careful when you're putting your arm on it in the middle or your neck. If you have a very small neck, it can actually pinch you. So when you're first using this, you want to back off and ease yourself into it, especially when it changes directions. It can change direction and it feels totally different, so you just want to make sure that you don't have it too low or too high. So right now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how I use it. So I'm going to shut the power off right now. And basically, I start usually from my neck and I work my way down. Or actually, even before I show you that, what's actually inside of here, when you see this spinning, I'm going to show you another close-up here. There's actually 4 balls inside of here. 2 of them you can't see because they're lower. So where this big one is going around, directly across from it, there's another ball that's slightly smaller. And then in between those, there's 2 even smaller ones, so that when you're working your back, there's always something hitting your back. It's not just these 2 that you see. There's actually 4 balls on each side here. And they're very aggressive. So like I said, you want to be careful and only put as much pressure that you're comfortable using. So you pull it up over the top of your head. The controls will be on the left side of your body, okay? And then all you're going to do is put your hands through here. Very basic. And you just kind of let your arms hang down. And just the weight of your arms is just enough pressure for me to actually work these muscles in my... down in here. I tell you, it doesn't matter how many times I use this, it feels so good. See, it just changed direction. So it's about 1.5 minutes in. And like I said, you can bring it up just by bringing your arms up a little higher. Now I'm doing up higher into my neck. If I come way up high, I can literally feel that squeeze in my neck. This is literally like somebody doing this to the back of your neck. Okay, so you can probably get how well this works. And the heater works really well too. It takes maybe 2.5 to 3 minutes for the heat to be in full, and you'll know that it's on because it is quite warm, and you may need to turn it off. So what I do is I basically work each part of my neck for about the amount of time that this stays on and shuts off, and I think it's around 4.5 to 5 minutes. It might be longer. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's up to you. You shouldn't work any part of your body with this for more than 20 minutes. So I let it work my neck. I'm not going to do this as long as I normally would, and then I just let it slowly go down my back. Okay, and then I can just lean into the couch where I'm sitting. I almost don't even need to use these anymore because me pushing in or just sitting relaxed is allowing it to work my shoulders right now. Now, I don't have much fat on my body, So when I go down too low, like near the middle of my back, all I feel it hitting is ribs. So for me, in those areas, I don't put much pressure at all. I just let it kind of sit there and do its thing. And as I get down near the middle of my back, I don't really need it at all because I don't have any soreness there. But if you do, then you can just let this keep falling down your back, lean into it, let it work that area, let it go down a little further until you're all the way down into your lower back. Now this is where I like it the most. You want to make sure it's good and squared up. And then what I do is I push my butt out a little ways so that I have room for it, and then I fall back on it. And then just relax your legs and relax your back so that you're not using any muscles at all. And literally, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it literally pushes me. I'm about 148 pounds, and it literally pushes me away from it. When I first got this, I could barely touch it because I had a lot of different sore spots in my back from different jobs that I do. So now that I've used it for about a month, off and on, maybe every other night I will use it. I can put so much pressure on the massager right now that I never could before. And how I have been feeling since I've been using it, I'm probably 50% better than I was in the past. I do a lot of repetitious stuff, especially with my shoulders and my lower back, with building boomerangs. So that's basically it for your back and your neck. Now, if you also want to work, like I just said, I have problems with my shoulder. So what I like to do is take this part here, okay? You're going to put it around your back like this and put it so that this piece is grabbing your shoulder. And you're going to lean into this. This is what's going to hold it up. So I'm leaning into it, and then all I do is I hang on right here and I just pull it towards my chest. And right now, it feels so good. It's squeezing my shoulder. It's doing this same motion that I talked about before. And that's up to you how much pressure you want. The harder I pull this into me, the more aggressive it grabs my shoulder. It can actually hurt. So me knowing that it hurts lets me know I still have some issues in my shoulder. So it's been a hard part for me to work out. My shoulder's maybe 20% to 30% better using this unit. And that's basically it for there. If you wanted to come up on top of your shoulder, you can. You can go like this and let it grab those muscles. Work all the way down your arm into your bicep, in those areas. Okay, so that's it for the shoulder. That's an example. Now for your legs, same idea. Just take the unit and set it down. Let me adjust my camera for you. So for your legs, you're just going to, I start way up high in this area, and I just kind of rest my arms on it, just the weight of my arms alone, okay? And if you can see right there, you can see what it's doing. It's literally doing that same motion, and it's grabbing my leg. So if you want to work the top, you can. Move over to the side a little, move over here, and then all I do is I slowly work this thing down my leg until I get closer and closer to my kneecap. I'll probably do each leg in that area for maybe 5 minutes until I get right up near my kneecap. And do the same thing over here. Now, if you want to work the back side of your leg, you can do that too. Turn it around, set your leg down on it. If your leg may be too heavy, all you're going to do is grab your knee and just to support a little bit of the weight of your leg from falling down too much. I can literally lay my leg on it now. I couldn't when I first got it. Because I wasn't used to it. But now, my legs are used to using it, so I can just let my leg kind of just sit there for free hang, and let it work it. And you can see what it is literally lifting my leg up. That's how aggressive this thing is. So you do want to be careful and don't let it pinch you anywhere. It can hurt you. So just be careful when you're using it. And I do the same thing. I slowly work this down my leg until I get into the knee area. Now, if you want to work your calf, same idea. Just keep going down your leg. Right now I'm down into my calf, and it feels excellent. Okay? So that's why I said there's not too many areas of your body you won't be able to use this on. Arms, same idea. I have issues in my right arm from throwing boomerangs and doing repetitious work building my boomerangs. Once I start on a project, I like to just keep doing the same thing over and over. And you know, anything you do that's repetitious can actually hurt you. So I let it run, and you can either put your arm on one of these, or you can put it in the middle. If you're going to put it in the middle, be extremely careful that you don't pinch yourself. So I like to start up near the elbow, And if I apply just enough pressure, I can feel that squeezing those muscles in my arm, okay? And then I slowly work my way down to my wrist. Like I said, maybe 5 to 8 minutes, I'll do each of my arms like this. You have troubles with the top side of your arm? Do the same thing. Just turn your arm over and let that work in there. If you have tight muscles, then allow this thing to work until that pain in your arms is almost gone. That means that you've softened up those muscles, you've allowed blood to flow back in, and that's really what your goal is to do here. You want to soften these muscles up so that the tightness is gone and blood can finally flow back into them again. So that would be about it for my arm, the biceps I showed you, even your hand. If you have sore fingers and these muscles, a lot of times you can pinch yourself right here, and if that is sore right now, all I do is lay my hand down on top of one side of this, and then just take my other hand and set it down on it, and you can feel those massaging balls rolling around on your hand. And even that, like my hand right now is sore, so I should have done this, you know, a few nights ago. So right now that feels so good for my hand, and that will also soften up these muscles and let blood start flowing back in. And last but not least is your feet. I love working my feet with this. So let's take it down even lower. Let's get down to the floor here. And I set it on the floor. And then I like to set both of my feet on it at the same time. So I put my feet down on with almost just whatever, you know, they're just kind of free hanging right now, my legs, so that it can work the bottom of my feet. I go up near the toes. And of course, yeah, it just switched directions. I start with my toes, and then I move my foot up a little bit more so it gets into the middle of my feet. That feels so good. And right now, the heat's been on long enough to where I actually feel it. This floor is freezing, so it feels good right now. And then I do the balls of my feet down near the base. And that's basically it, everybody. I would suggest anybody out there that, you know, has aches and daily pains that you're always putting up with, which I have, you know, for years. And it's always nice when you have somebody in the home that can give you a massage and work those muscles. But if you don't have anybody around, this feels great. And if you do have somebody around that can work those muscles, this may actually work even better because you're controlling how much pressure you get by leaning on it or how much you pull and pull. But either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in my description, and you can purchase it on Amazon, the same place I did. It was $45. That's not very expensive. I've used it for, I think, about a month and a half now, and I absolutely love it. So if you want to purchase one, click the link down in my description. If you liked the video, give it a like. Tell me about some products that you've used, some different ways you've worked out some tension in your muscles. I'd love to hear from you. If you want some more great videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get all my notifications. And that's about it, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.